strange abandoned places. The most mysterious locations. Stranger abandoned buildings. 1. Red Hook Grain Terminal, New York. Since 1965, the Red Hook Grain Terminal has been out of service. What was once a key part of Brooklyn's industrial waterfront now rots at the mouth of the Gowanus Canal. The building is made up of a series of dilapidated silos, grain elevators and other infrastructure that's pretty incredible to look at. The spot is off limits, but plenty of adventurous photographers have explored the space. Gitili World, Taiwan. Gitili World. I thought I would break out of the abandoned residential mold and look at something inspired by Miyazaki's Oscar-winning Spirited Away. Those who have seen it will know that the family stumbles across an old theme park at the start of the movie, one that was built in the 80s but has since lost popularity and been abandoned. Well, this isn't usually occurrence in Asia. One can find many amusement parks that have been left to rust. Here is just one of them, though one that was forced to close for something other than financial loss. Gitili World is situated in the Deccan Scenic Area just outside of Taichung, Taiwan. Opened in the mid-80s, it enjoyed moderate success as one of the few theme parks on the island of Taiwan to host a roller coaster too. The park was closed after a massive earthquake on September 21, 1999. Thousands of people were killed during the quake, but nobody inside the park as it struck after opening hours. Large areas of the park were destroyed and it was forced to close. A place once vivid with young laughter is now slowly turning to rust. Abandoned Pine Heath Mansion. The 40-room house in the UK. The 40-room British mansion that was left abandoned for 27 years has been purchased by a local businessman who plans to restore it to a luxury family home once again. For more than a quarter of a century, Pine Heath House, which also boasts 12 bathrooms and extensive grounds, was left almost entirely untouched following the death of its owner Sir Dhunjibhoy and Lady Bomanji, a well-known Indian-born couple who were prominent in aristocratic circles at the start of the 20th century. Pine Heath was the couple's autumnal residence. They would spend summers at their house in Windsor and winter and spring at a third home in India, but it became a relic of the past when Lady Bomanji died in 1986, almost 50 years after her husband. The property, near Harrogate in North Yorkshire, has been left virtually untouched ever since, making it a kind of time capsule full of the aristocratic trappings of a different era. Many of the rooms are still decorated in the 1920s style, and come complete with newspaper cuttings and invitations to society events from the 1970s. While the house still contains many of its valuable antiques and ornaments, it is the mundane, everyday objects that now capture the imagination. After the death of Lady Bomanji, Pine Heath passed into the ownership of her daughter Meru Jahangir, who died in 2012. Sir Dhunjibhoy Bomanji was knighted in 1922 after using his enormous wealth to support Britain's fight against Germany during the First World War. 4. The Moscow Subway. Moscow Subway was formerly named in honor of Lazar Kaganovich, and then received the name of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, in addition to the military, defense and related national security secrets and secrets that need to be discussed separately, since the design it is associated with a number of mystical secrets. One of the biggest mysteries of the Moscow subway is a so-called subway tour as it is indicated in the official government documents Object D6. A government underground communication system that connects all strategic assets not only in the city but also far away. Tunnels reach the underground city in Ramenki, Pushkin, Fryazino, Odintsovo, Krasnominsk, Vnukovo, Barvika. All are now in standby mode. Subway 2 at any time is ready to accept all Russian leaders and provide them with a decent route in solving global issues. The Carlton Villa. The Carlton Villa was built in 1894 for typewriter magnate William Wyckoff as a summer residence and large spot for entertaining. Wyckoff's wife died of a heart attack a month before he moved in, and on his first night in the mansion he suffered a heart attack in his sleep and died. Wyckoff's youngest son inherited the villa after his father's death, but within a few years the family lost much of their fortune in the Great Depression and the house fell into disrepair. The villa was sold to General Electric, who planned to demolish it. Materials from the home were offered to anyone who would salvage them, so stained glass windows and whole sections of flooring were removed. Soon, World War II intervened and General Electric abandoned the property entirely. The villa, which is located on 7 acres with gorgeous river views, is currently listed for $495,000, but will require millions more to bring it back to its former glory.